Hello and welcome to episode 97 of Raw and Score. I am the Quizzard and I'm back in Australia. I'm back to not pre-recording episodes weeks in advance. And to prove it, I've got an Australian Open question this episode. How timely and topical can I get? I know you must be barely containing your excitement because I can also read out your scores again. So I'll catch up the ones I missed at the end of this episode and keep the scores coming in because I can read them now. So I made two predictions before I left on my honeymoon. The first was that Michaela, my wife, would lose her passport for half an hour and it would end up being in her bag. Well, I was kind of half right because I did exactly that. It was almost exactly half an hour and it was in my bag. I don't think I'm awarding myself a half point, but still, it's a half decent prediction. The other one was that we would be lightly scammed at some point, and I honestly don't even think anyone tried to scam us. One bar did accidentally charge me $600 for a beer though. They chased me down to give me my money back, so it was kind of an accidental scam. I'm giving myself the half point for an accidental scam, because I'm not going to end on 0 points. It wasn't even a good beer, it was a Corona. We are scoring out of 35 points with 20 single-point questions in the question round, a stupidly hard question worth 5 points, a bonus round worth 5 points, and a game that we play throughout the question round which is worth 5 points as well. This week, the game is Odd One Out. In this game, I'm going to give you 4 words to listen out for throughout the question round, but I'm only going to say 3 of them. The one that I don't say is the odd one out. If you can tell me which word was the odd one out, you get 5 points. It doesn't matter how I say it, it could be in a question, an answer, or just when I'm having a chat, it counts. The 4 words you're listening for are the words when, known, may, and cross. I'll say them again. When, known, may, and cross. Okay, remember to listen out for the words when, known, may, and cross for the odd one out that I don't say in the question round, which is starting now. Question 1. In which country would you find the kimono as a traditional garment? Japan. Question 2. What moves at 343 meters per second? That is the speed of sound. Question 3. On which continent would you find the country Transnistria? Yes, that is a real country. Transnistria is in Europe, and it's also known as the Pridnestovian Moldavian Republic. It's a lot of hard-to-read words. Question 4. The Maasai tribe originate from Kenya and which other country? They are from Tanzania, and yes, I do now have a bunch of Africa trivia questions ready to go. I'm going to have to try to save them so that every second question isn't just about Africa. Question 5. What is a quotient? Quotient. Quotient. A quotient is one of those words I definitely know and have definitely known what it was in the past, but definitely wouldn't have gotten this right anyway. It is the result after dividing 2 numbers. Or it can also be a degree or amount of a specified quality or characteristic. Remember, close enough is good enough for definitions. You don't need the exact wording. Question 6. Which company produced the original Walkman? That was Sony. I looked for the original model on eBay and they are going for $1,500, which is proof that all hipsters are secretly rich. Question 7. How many legs do 3 tarantulas have? No one actually knows because they run away as soon as they see 3 tarantulas. But actually it's 24. Question 8. Which pope was elected on the 8th of May 2025? Pope Leo the 14th. You don't need the 14th bit, but I am impressed if you got it. Question 9. In the movie Dodgeball, what is the full name of Ben Stiller's character? White Goodman. Just White gives you half a point there. I'm calling that they make a Dodgeball sequel in the next 5 years and it sucks. Maybe White wins the lotto and buys back the controlling share of Globo Gym so they have to do another Dodgeball tournament. Are you writing this down? It's going to happen. Question 10. Which 2 players played in the 2026 Australian Open Grand Final last night? It was Novak Djokovic and Carlos Alcaraz. I'm actually recording this before it even happened. How topical am I? I call that Alcaraz wins in 4. Question 11. Snapper, marlin, and salmon are all breeds of what type of animal? They are all breeds of fish. Question 12. Which country has the world's largest cemetery? It's Iraq with the Wadi as-Salam, which has roughly 6 million graves. That place has to be so haunted. Question 13. In Rocko's Modern Life, what is the name of Rocko's dog? His name is Spunky. Question 14. Which band sung the 1971 hit Stairway to Heaven? Led Zeppelin. Question 15. A Chiweenie is a cross of which 2 dog breeds? Chiweenie. A Chiweenie is a cross between a Chihuahua and a Dachshund, or a sausage dog. Crossing the 2 most psychotic dog breeds known to man and giving it a name like Chiweenie is just asking for trouble. Question 16. Which artist had the albums Divide, Multiply, Plus, Minus, and Equals? Ed Sheeran. I bet he would love speed maths. Question 17. Who starred alongside Drew Barrymore in the movie 50 First Dates? Adam Sandler. Possibly the best rom-com ever? Question 18. In chess, what is the only piece that can jump over other pieces? The knight, but I'll also accept horsey. Question 19. What brand produced the best-selling wristwatch of all time? Casio with the F91W. The people are right on this one, it's such a good watch. And question 20, during 1916, the Easter Uprising occurred in which country? The Easter Uprising was in Ireland, which at the time was part of the UK, so either one of those answers will do. Alright, that's it for the questions. But did you remember we're playing Odd One Out? I asked you to listen for the words when, known, may, and cross. Which one did I not say? Lock in your answer now for 5 points. I said the word known. I said I would have known the word quotient when I was younger, and I said it a couple more times as well. I did say May. The Pope was elected on the 8th of May. I did say cross because Chihuahua and Dachshund crossed is a Chiweenie. I did not say when. Give yourself 5 points if you got that right. Coming up in a second, we have the really stupidly, unbelievably hard trivia question and the bonus round of the episode. This week, the bonus round is Lost in Translation. This is the one where I translate things through Google and confuse everybody. See you in a moment for that. We're back, and it's time for the question that once made Satan himself cry like a little baby. The really hard trivia question. Okay, I've got a stupidly hard question for you. You get 5 points if you can get this one right. Here it is. What is the world's most homicidal mammal? Homicidal meaning killing their own species, not other species. So what is the most homicidal mammal in the world? Is it the Chiweenie? Surely. Lock in your answer. The most homicidal mammal is the meerkat, with over 20% of all meerkats being killed by another meerkat. I always knew those guys were sus. Give yourself 5 points if you knew that, and moving straight on, we are going to the bonus round of the episode. This week, the bonus round is Lost in Translation. In this game, I have typed a phrase into Google Translate, translated it through a bunch of different languages, and then back into English. What I get is a kind of weird version of whatever I typed in that's not quite right. An example from a previous episode is I once typed in Planet of the Apes and Google Translate translated back to Gorilla World. Your job is to guess the original thing that I typed into Google Translate for 1 point per question. This week, all the things that I typed in were the names of movies. So your job is to guess the movie that I typed into Google Translate, translated through some languages, and then back into English. Lost in Translation, starting now. Movie number 1 is Quiet Calves. Quiet Calves. That one was The Silence of the Lambs. I actually only had to translate that through one language to get Quiet Calves. I did it the first time through a bunch of languages like I usually do, and I got The Safety of Passengers, which makes absolutely no sense, Google. Number 2, Wall City Wolves. Wall City Wolves. That one is The Wolf of Wall Street. Number 3, Parent of the Universe. Parent of the Universe. That one is Guardians of the Galaxy. Parent of the Universe is such a good one. Google never lets me down. Number 4, Boy wearing painted lingerie. Boy wearing painted lingerie. That one is Boy in the Striped Pajamas. Another one, believe it or not, that I only translated through one language. Whoever is watching Boy in the Striped Pajamas with Malay subtitles will definitely get the wrong idea about this movie. Last one, number 5, Opponents End the Game. Opponents End the Game. Google is not doing its best translating today because I only put this one through one language as well. It honestly usually takes about 20. It's just mangling them straight away now. This one was Avengers Endgame. Alright, tally up what you got in that round, add it to your total score, and that's it for the scoring this episode. Don't forget, if you send me your name and score on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, wherever you can find me, I'll give you a shout out at the end of a show. I've missed this bit, I haven't done it in so long. While I was away, I heard from Laura, who scored a 19. Rick and Nadia scored a 20. Michaela scored a 13, a 9, a 16, and an 18. Tom and Rachel scored a 27. That's huge from them. The Tarawood Propagators scored a 19, a 13, a 23, and a 27. The Graphics Department scored a 19, a 15, a 20, and a 23. Who gets the month off trophy? I'm going to quickly do some maths because I actually haven't counted. The Tarawood Propagators win the little time that I was away. Well done, you win the rivalry. And as we all know, that means the graphics department must now replace all of their graphics tools with native plants. Finally, we heard from Trevor, who scored a 7 and then a 27. That's a huge jump, Trevor. Did you use Google on the second time? Because that's absolutely not allowed, Trev. Alright, thanks so much for listening. It's good to be back. I'll see you next week with another episode of Roar and Score, episode 100 coming soon as well. Bye-bye.